Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Listen, welcome back to another video with your boy Tyler, man. So today, I really don't want to be too deep. I don't want to go so deep on y'all or whatever. But today I want to ask y'all, what is your assignment? I think some of us think, oh, it's to become the best basketball player, or it's to become the best football player, or the best athlete, or the best, I don't know, doctor, well, truly, what is your assignment, right? But the first thing you got to understand is that you're only going to be able to discover your assignment through God, right? You're only going to be able to discover what you've been called to do here on earth through God, right? Because see, when we discover what our assignment is, we automatically discover what our purpose is, right? Because our purpose is connected to our assignment, our duty here on earth, our reason, right? You have a reason why you're on earth. You have a reason on why you're still alive, right? You're just not here on earth just to live and breathe, right? But you're here because there is a purpose for you to fulfill, right? There is a purpose, there is a duty that God has given each and every one of us to fulfill. And the only way that you're gonna understand your assignment is you have to go to the one that gave it to you, right? The one that has assigned you the assignment, bro. And so I think sometimes we get too caught up in our dreams, right? And our ambitions and our goals, not God goals, our goals, that we miss out on our assignment. We miss out on the thing that God has already called us to, right? It's something that I began to notice is that when you begin to start to discover your purpose, when you start to discover the thing that you were called to do here on earth, you start to feel more fulfilled, right? You start to feel more like, dang, I feel like I've gained a second win in life. I feel like I don't know, I feel so fulfilled because I'm doing my calling. I'm doing something that, dang, I didn't know this was even in me. I didn't even know this is something I wanted to do. When truthfully, that's just because you started doing the assignment that God has given you, right? And when you try to put on freaking clothes that don't fit you, right, you can't wear them, right? And it's the same thing with goals and aspirations and things that we want to do. Sometimes we try to put on goals and aspirations that just don't fit us, right? And most of the time we hear that from our peoples, we hear that from family, like, yo, you should do this, or I seen you do this since you was little, you should probably do this. And majority of the time, that's just not who you are, right? It's just not who you are meant to be, right? Something that I want to point out is that God will use the very thing, and something that I just realized too, but God will use the very thing that you're passionate about, and he will use it for his glory, right? So let's say that you are meant to be this NBA player, this basketball player, this football player, this athlete, this doctor, this dancer, whatever it is, right? God will use that very thing and turn it for his glory. Because ultimately, right, God gave you the gift in the talent. He gave it to you, right? It just got perverted into the world, right? So let's say you are meant to be this basketball player, right? Not only are you a basketball player, but you're saving souls as you're playing the game of basketball. Let's say you are meant to be a dancer, right? You love dancing, but now you're dancing for God. You're saving souls through your dancing, right? It's the same thing with my channel. This is something that I love to do, something I've been driven on since I was 14, right? But I'm using this to spread the gospel, right? I'm using this to save people. I'm using this to uplift people and give people a different mindset in a different heart on the things that they have already thought about and things that they already felt, but to turn them from the world and bring them to Christ. And so ultimately God will use the things that you are passionate about, right? So God will use the very gifts and talents that he's already given you, right, to use it for his glory, because that's what it was intended in the first place, right? And that has all to do with the assignment, is that God will literally use that, bro. He will use that for your assignment, but you got to be willing to let him use you though, right? You got to be willing to walk in that assignment, because let me tell you something, bro. Something that I'm definitely realizing is that these assignments is not easy, right? These assignments is not easy, right? Because ultimately, the whole objective of the assignment is to save souls. But sometimes with these assignments, you gotta get out your comfort zone to go win those souls, bro. And so I just want us to start walking in our assignment, start walking in our purpose, because that's the main reason why you're here, right? Imagine just being on earth and you've done nothing. You've done nothing. You've wasted time and done nothing. You knew who Jesus was. You knew that he could save you. You knew that he can do all these powerful and marvelous things, but you didn't go out and tell nobody. You didn't go out and try to share with somebody, right? So I want us as brothers to go out and find out what God has given us to do, right? And y'all, I'm telling you, like, I be sitting in the car, like, actually, like, really thinking, like, I actually be like, man, like, God, like, yo, keep showing me what is my assignment, like, keep showing me, like, the things that you have called me to do. But it's definitely gonna take, yeah, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, it's definitely gonna take fasting. And that's something I have to get back on, because I haven't been fasting. I haven't been doing what I truly need to do and know that I need to do. Just a simple fact of just being lazy, just a simple fact of just being like, man, I really don't want to fast, like, you know. But that's what it's gonna take for you to really understand your assignment. So I want us to really dive deep, and I want us to really dig into what our assignment is, what we have been called to do, because you're not just meant to be a freaking Daniel or just a Jacob, but you've been called to greater. I'm not meant to just be Tyler. I'm called to be somebody greater. And so I want us to really dig deep. I want us to really discover, and I really want us to spend way more time with God, including myself, bro. I want to spend more time with God and discovering who we are. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video, man. I appreciate y'all for watching these vids, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Let's go.